place. Pretty sure we can all, yeah, good, see me here. So whenever we begin to move or we start exercising, especially if you are pregnant and you've got all the weight here, we need to make sure that our pelvis is tucked under. So make sure you do that first of all. Tuck the pelvis in, and then you want to embrace through the core. Okay, so squeeze those tummy muscles. Squeeze the bum as well a little bit, so you've got a nice, good support all the way through the center, protecting your lower back as well. Okay, so we're just going to start with the neck and shoulders, because in the morning sometimes we get a little bit of tension, a little bit of stiffness there. So let's just gently start to look side to side, releasing out the neck. Keep the back up really tall as well through all the movements. Good, and just come to center, and we're just going to drop it forwards and very slightly take it up. Don't drop the head all the way back, we just want a slight lift. Focus more on pushing the chin down to the chest. Open up the top of the spine. And keep that chin down. We're just going to half head roll from ear to ear. Good, ladies. And just give me another 2 of these. And one more. And come up to center. Place your hands on your shoulders, and we're going to go for some nice big circles. So really open through your elbows, open through the chest. Big, big circles. Get those shoulders moving. And then bring all the way forwards. Open up the top of your back. So really get those elbows up, back and forward as well. Keep squeezing through that tummy. And we're just going to take those arms open and close. So really open up the chest and then wrap those arms all the way around. Give yourself a nice big hug on this Saturday morning. Wrap it, wrap it. Try not to open up the abs too much if you're pregnant here. Control your abs. Go for the chest and the top of the back. And just let those arms swing. We're going to go underneath the feet with your, underneath the hips with your feet, sorry. Bend the knees, swing the arms back and up. So push your bum back, weight into your heels, let those arms just swing. Try and get your thumbs to the back of your shoulder blades. So just opening up the triceps a little bit, starting to move a little bit fuller through the body. Chest up. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And take those feet nice and wide into some hip rolls. Just gently step in between each one. Open up as high as you feel comfortable with. And again, still controlling through your pelvis and controlling through your core. Let's go for another 2 and another 1. And take your feet nice and wide for me. We're just going to let those hips tip back slightly. So we're going to bend into one knee. Come up, squeeze the bum, lock the core, change to the other side. So just think about your hips going back, weight into this outside heel, coming up, back, coming up. And when you feel ready, you can just go that little bit lower and start to reach to the floor. If you can't reach the floor, do not worry, ladies, you just go to where you feel comfortable. Then we're going to reach down, reach up, reach down, reach up. So really elongate your arms. Again, remember when you come up through the middle, you want to squeeze the bum. Nice deep breaths. So already we should start to feel a little bit looser, a little bit warmer. Good. 2 more, ladies. Last one. And just gently release there, okay? Bring your feet underneath your hips, just a little bit of a stretch into the hip flexors. Just going to move that slightly. So feet underneath your hips, we're just going to take it back and in. So not a lunge, it's a stretch. So you want a nice big step back. Bend into that front leg and just push that foot all the way behind you. Lean forward just a tiny bit, but still embracing your core. Get those hips stretched out. Good. And let's have another 2 here. 2 and 1. Okay, so that's your mobility. And now we're just going to go through a little bit more of the stronger movements in your circuit. So your first option, you're going to come into a squat position. So make sure your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Again, focus on tucking your pelvis in. Embrace your core, your chest stays up. So for now, all I want you to do is drop down to where you feel comfortable in your squat position. So that might be a shallow squat, so that's maybe halfway. If you can, you drop a little bit lower and really get your weight into your heels. So when you squat, you should be able to wiggle your toes and your body should be able to stay up tall. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale and push up through your heels. Squeeze the bum, lock the core as hard as you can. Drop down, inhale, exhale, push. Good, let's go. For 10, push up. 9, think about your glutes, ladies. 7, 6, 5, 4, think about your breathing, still with that same thing. 3, breathe in, breathe out, last one. Good, take it easy there. Let's march on the spot. So just lifting those knees up. Use your arms as well, so we're going to really get that pump through the heart rate. Get the blood really moving through the body. Now if you want a little bit more, we're going to take those arms up and in. So really get those knees up. Squeeze that tummy. Push those arms above the head. And already just by lifting those arms up, you should feel your heart rate increase. So just take those deep breaths. In 4, in 3, 2, 1. Recover. Feet underneath your hips. We're going for a side lunge, so like we did in the warm-up. It's a little bit deeper maybe. So taking it back to the side, bringing it in. Going to tap that foot forward. Same on the other leg. One side lunge, one tap. So when you side lunge, push your bum back. Keep your chest up. Make sure that inner thigh is straight and tap it forward. Again, it's up to you how low you can go on your side lunge. Just push through the glutes, push through the heel. Chest should still be up, but we want to lean forward slightly. Good, ladies, another 2. Another 1. And take your feet wide. We're just going to overhead reach. So just lifting up through those arms, lifting up through your rib cage, tap your toes, bend the knees slightly. Deep breath, squeeze that core. Okay, so we should be feeling a lot warmer by now. So this is, like I said, your circuit for level number 1. Good. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and just relax. Bring your feet back to your squat position. I'm going to give you 2 options. So you could do a plie squat. So your feet are going to come right open, a little bit wider, and you're just going to come in to your inner thighs. Open out those knees, tuck your pelvis, lock your core. We've got pulse squats, so we're going to go for a triple pulse. And I'm going to push up and squeeze that bum, lock it in. If you find this is uncomfortable, so for me, opening up this way at the moment, I'm 38 weeks now, so I feel like things like that are just a bit too much around my pelvis area. I'm going to go for just a normal squat position. Same kind of thing, 3, 2, 1, squeeze up. Okay, so you've got the 2 options. If you feel comfortable doing the plie squat, do the plie squat, because it's a little bit more varied and you're going to trigger muscles that you're not triggering in other moves. But like I said, if you feel uncomfortable with that, go for a normal squat. We're just going to go for 4 pulses. So when you're ready, find your position. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, 2 more. Deep breaths, push into those heels. Last one. relax there. Good work, ladies. Have a little breather, shake off your legs, grab a quick drink. Okay, so, oh, or just drop your drink and spill it all over the floor. Whatever works best for you. So we should be feeling warmer, okay? We should be feeling a lot more activated. We always take a bit more time when we're pregnant to warm our bodies up because we do have to protect them a lot more. Our ligaments are so much looser. You know, our bodies are a lot more tender. So that was your warm up. Now, we're going to go through the main circuit. So I've just shown you all the moves, okay? All we're going to do is repeat those moves again. That was your option or your level 1. As we go through it, I will show you, if you want to intensify that a little bit more, your level 2 option. So it's up to you whether you want to stick to that, what you just did, or if you want to make it a little bit harder. We're going to do 20 seconds on each move, okay? So like I said, just deep breaths. When you're exercising, if you're pregnant, the main focus rule, you should still be able to have a conversation when you're exercising. So if you feel like you're struggling to breathe, then you really need to slow down and steady it down. So when I exercise, I can talk to you guys quite easily. I know that means that I'm in control. My heart rate is still up, I'm still breaking a sweat, but I can control my breathing. So that's what you need to focus on, all right? So we're gonna go through it. Option 2 coming up as well. So find your space. Let me set my timer. I may even add one more exercise in. We'll see how it goes. So just find your position. Option 1, we started off just with basic squats. If you want more this time, option 2, we're gonna add a lift through the side leg. And that can be low or high. Tuck it in, abs are tight, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. So you've either got option 1, basic squats. Think about that technique. Option 2, squat to leg lift. Just intensifying the strength through your glutes a little bit more here. So again, it doesn't have to be high. You could just lift it a tiny bit. Make sure it's coming from the bum. Chest up, abs in. Keep it going, nearly there. In 3, 2, 1, march. Arms. If you want a little bit more here, you can take it to a very light jog. Just kicking those heels up, making sure you're really controlling your pelvis and your core if you're in this option. If you get any leaking doing this, you need to bring it down and take it easier. Think about your pelvic floor, ladies. 3, 2, 1, feet under, side lunge to tap. Deep breaths. Now your option, if you want more, you're gonna lift the knee. Side lunge, lift. So again, you do the option that you feel comfortable with. Make sure you're pushing through the bum and the heels. Chest up, abs in, nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead reach. Big, big, big strong arms here, ladies. Squeeze that tummy. If you want more, drop down a bit deeper and get a bigger, higher push. Deep breaths. You're doing really, really well. So this time, you should feel that intensity start to build up. But we're almost there already. So just hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse squats. Remember, you've got plie or basic. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. Weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders. Remember, it doesn't even have to be too low. You could go halfway for a shallow squat. Nearly there. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to add one more. It's a speed ball with a little bit of a march. So another little push. Squeeze your fists. If you want more, get your knees up. If you want more, you can go for a very light run. Pumping those arms above your head. Keeping that tummy in tight. Deep breaths here. Come on, we're nearly there now. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and just tap and breathe. Let your heart rate recover. Keep moving a little bit. You can march as well quite easily if you want to march instead. Deep breaths. Okay, so quite short. Short and sweet. About 3 minutes altogether. But again, that's all we need to do when we are pregnant or if we're in our postnatal phase, just to get our heart rates up, get everything going. We are going to repeat that again. Grab a quick drink. How are we feeling? Are we okay? Thumbs up. If you felt like, again, maybe this time you do want to push a bit more, you now know option 2. If you did option 2 and you feel like, oh, actually that was a bit too much, go back down to option 1, okay? We're going to do it again. Deep breath. Find your position. We're going to start off with them squats, ladies. This is your last round for cardio as well, so let's really try and get this one a bit stronger if we can. Tuck it in, abs tight, let's go. Option 1, just squat. Option 2, squat and lift. Bum back, deep breaths. Squeeze those abs. You're doing fantastic this morning, ladies. Up at 9 o'clock on a Saturday and working out, well done. 3, 2, 1, march. Or jog, whichever one suits you. Get those arms really moving though. Big push up, big squeeze down. Remember what I said about your pelvic floor on those impact movements. Protect your pelvic floor, don't make it worse for yourselves, make it easier if you need to. 3, 2, 1, bring it in, side lunge. 1 tap or 1 knee. Okay, you've got those options there. Just take your time with this one. Control. Feel those legs, feel those glutes. Nearly there again, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Over. Overhead reach. Good. And again, remember, if you want it bigger, just make it bigger. Bend those knees. Oh, I'm sweating. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely breaking a bit of a sweat now. It's always good to sweat. Makes me feel better anyway. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse squats. Breathe. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And again, take your time. Arms out strong. Focus on that strength. Focus on that toning. We're almost there. Remember, we've got that last move to finish our circuit. In 3, 2, 1. Speed ball up. Pump, pump, pump those arms. March. Or jog, very light jog though, ladies, nothing too crazy here. And again, just make sure there's nothing like this in your back. Your back should be in all the time. Pelvis, lower back, core, protect. Come on, nearly there. Let's go, let's go. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and just tap. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Again, just under that 3 minutes. Doesn't feel like 3 minutes, does it? But it is. Deep breaths. Oh, back in the room. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's my phone or Instagram. But hey, well done, ladies. Grab a quick drink again, breather. That's it for your main circuit and your cardio. So now we're going to start to bring it down, cool it down a little bit of core to finish and mobility. It's always important just to let our bodies start to restore and recover after we've done something a little bit more high impact. So make sure you've got your mat. Again, don't worry, I'm going to give you options to work with. Come down to the floor and just watch while I go through your options, okay? So option one, the easier option, you're going to come into a tabletop position. So your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. Okay, so I recommend this if you're maybe in your 3rd trimester or if you're very early in postnatal phase. Maybe even 2nd trimester as well, depending on how... And are we back in again? Sorry, I don't know what's going on, but hey, we'll try and get through this hopefully without any interruptions. So coming into all fours, so you're here, okay, this is your option one. So we want to make sure there's no dip in our spine, tuck your pelvis under. Guys, I'm really sorry. Is it cutting out for you? It keeps cutting out for me. I don't think it's my connection. I don't know if it's a problem with Instagram. Are we all good? Is it cutting out for you guys? Yeah, so annoying. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try and get through this core. If it keeps cutting out, what I'll do is I will, what will I do? I will quickly put up a story and just head you over. If you want to do some core, just go over to my page and make sure you do a core and a stretch. But hopefully let's just try and get through it. It keeps pausing, but if it does cause an issue, please don't just stop the workout and go and sit down. Just make sure you do have a stretch very quick, okay? If it does cut out, I'm going to try and get through this core. Stay with me. Let's get through it. Hopefully it stays on. So we're here, all four position. If you want a little bit more, so the harder option is just to come in a little bit further forward with your knees slightly further back. So it's like a kneeled plank, okay? Again, like I said, you don't want to do too much on your abs. You don't want to put too much pressure on your abs. So really, you should be in this position unless you are very advanced in your core, then you could go for a kneeled plank. If that's 1st trimester or maybe 2nd trimester if your bump isn't too heavy yet. Okay, so otherwise it's here. So we're just going to come in, squeeze that tummy. We're dropping down to the elbows. So we're going to go for the right first. Drop down to the elbows and then push back up underneath. Then we take it to the left. Drop down, push up. So you want to make sure all the movement and strength is coming from your upper body. So when you push the body up, it is literally pushing up through your arms and your hands. So find your position right underneath your shoulders. Off we go, take your time. So right to left, left, right, and just keep that movement going. Deep breaths. Squeeze that tummy. Make sure there's not too much rocking of your body. Your body is staying quite still, quite controlled. Down, down, up, up. We've got 4 more. Push, and 3, and 2, and 1. And just take it back, roll out your shoulders, have a little stretch. Come back to your all fours when you're ready, just watch again. So we're going to have it into the leg and the arm. So option 1, take one leg back, nice straight leg. What again you want to make sure you're not doing is lifting too high or you're not dangling the leg. It needs to be straight in line with your spine. Try and get your back as flat as possible. It might be enough just doing the leg. So the leg is here and then it's going to come in. Okay, gently out, gently in. If you want a little bit more, if again you feel like you've got an advanced core, you can take the opposite hand out and we're going to bring it in at the same time and take it out, okay? So those 2 options are up to you. We're going to do 10 very steady, very controlled on each side. So find your position, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, lock into your core, lift the leg, very gently find your position first. If you then want to lift the arm, opposite arm, and let's go for 10, slowly in, slowly out, 9, deep breaths, 8, 7. Good, keep breathing for me, guys. 6. 5. Breathe in, breathe out. 4. Breathe in. 3. Come on, nearly there. 2 more, this is quite tough. Last one. And very gently relax. Shake it off. Roll it out. Roll out your wrists too if you feel they're stiff. We're going to go for one more on the other side, of course. So again, if you did option 1, stay with option 1. Same for option 2, stay with it. Find your position, lock your core. Gently lift the leg. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Squeeze in. Reach out in. Breathe out. Really important you get those nice deep breaths. Keep that core engaged. Keep your back flat. Really, really reach from your fingers to your toes. Well, we're almost there. Last little push for today. 5 more to finish, ladies. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And just very gently take the knees wide, arms are going to go forward and just sink back. Have a nice stretch. Okay, very slowly. Come up. Roll out your shoulders. Well done, ladies. So that's your core. A little bit to fire it up. Not too intense. So I hope you enjoyed it. So just stay with me now for your stretch and your cool down. Okay? So we're just going to stay on the floor. Come back in to your all 4 position. And just take a nice deep breath in for me. Exhale, come into a cat pose. So tuck your belly in, squeeze your pelvis under, and really push up through the top of the back. Relax the head. And come back to a normal, strong position through your spine here. Now you're going to take your right hands a little bit further forwards and a little bit out to the side, and we're just going to drop back down into that child pose, really reaching that right arm forwards as much as you can. Deep breaths. Gently come up and just change hands. Other arm forwards, slightly to the side, and very gently drop back. And just gently come back to center. Now you're going to take your knees, keep your hands under your shoulders, take your knees as far apart as you feel you can, okay? So you want to really, really open up your inner thighs here. Your knees should be at just a slight diagonal, so slightly forwards. And you're just then going to just sink back a little bit, so really pushing your bum backwards towards your heels. Quite an uncomfortable stretch because it really, really is going to open up your inner thighs and your hips. But for us ladies, it's a very good stretch, especially if you're pregnant. Obviously in labour, we need a bit of flexibility to help get those babies out. And if you want a little bit more, you're going to take your feet, flex your feet at the back, and you're just going to take them a bit wider. So open up those feet, or just feel that stretch. Even more, just breathe. Try to relax. I know it's quite an uncomfortable stretch, like I said, but you get a lot of benefits from it. Just breathe. And very gently bring those legs, feet back in, and try and get your knees back together. And just take a seat down on your bums. Oh, it's a nice stretch, but it is awful at the same time. So just come forwards, okay? Bring your feet in front. So you might be able to get your feet right together, okay? If you haven't got a bump there yet, or you're not pregnant, feet right together. If you've got a bump, you might need to create a bit of space, but just make sure your knees are up to the ceiling and so are your toes, okay? It's not too open, get it as close as you possibly can. Make sure the spine is up, take a deep breath in, exhale, and you're just gonna reach towards wherever you can reach to. So that might just be your knees, it might be your shins. If you can, get your hands over your toes. Just breathe and try and pull those toes back. So you should feel this in the backs of the legs, hamstrings and your calves. Very gently release. Bring one foot over the top of the other. Flex this foot, keep this knee down, hands behind you. This might be enough for you. You might already feel that stretch in the bum. If you want more, lift the knee and just gently push forwards. Really, really nice stretch again for your glutes. Our glutes work very hard in pregnancy. We have to carry all the weight. So it's really important that we activate and work our glutes all the time and we stretch them out all the time as well. It's going to help protect your lower back, help protect your hips. Very gently release, change legs, one over the top, gently up, pushing forwards. Try to relax into your shoulders, try not to have any tension in your upper body. Good, ladies, well done. And release. And just come up to a stand, very steadily. And stretch out those hip flexors, so feet underneath the hips. Take one foot back, as wide as you can, okay? And then just bend into that front leg. Keep the pelvis in again, so we don't want to arch the spine. You're going to feel that stretch more by tucking that pelvis in, bending your front leg. If you want more, take a nice deep breath. Reach up. And gently bring it in, change. Again, nice big step. Sink down. Relax your shoulders, deep breath if you want to, reach up for a little bit more. Good, just really release. Bring one arm across and just pull through your shoulders. So by this point we should feel recovered. The heart rate might still be up slightly, but it should be dropping as well at the same time, or we might be completely back to normal by now. Change arms. And just place your hands on the small of your back, open your chest. Pregnant ladies, try not to overextend your abs. Still keep it in, but open up the chest. Lift the chin just slightly. Nice deep breaths in and out. Just relax and just take your head over to one side. Drop your chin to your chest. And then gently to the other side. And bring it up. And well done, ladies. Shake it off, roll out your wrists. Give yourselves a clap. Fantastic energy, I'm sure, this morning. Great work, like I said, 9 o'clock on a Saturday.